Happy Self-Care Tuesday. It is I, Shana, back for another week to help you to take a few minutes in your day, in your week, to take stock of where you are, to give yourself care, much needed care. So today we're going to talk about journaling. Why journaling? Because when you write something down, it makes things valid. So what we need to do is kind of take a moment, think about how we're doing mentally, emotionally, spiritually. With COVID 19, that has brought up a lot of different types of emotions. A lot of people may be experiencing, and emotions are good and they're normal and they're healthy. But sometimes we can create patterns in those emotions, or even have some adverse behaviors that come as a result of them. Taking a few minutes every day to take note of how you're doing emotionally and mentally is very important. So if you've never done this before, if you've never started journaling before, I want to give you some help. So in a few moments, I'm going to show you a couple slides that have a host of questions. So find a notebook. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could even be something, simple that you have laying around the house. Like I have this little notebook here that kind of helps me to keep track of my day. Maybe you're a person who likes a lot of words. Maybe you need like a bigger notebook, a little bit more space. Whatever it is, even if you just have a scrap sheet of paper where you can write down these questions, or just even replay this video over again and look at those questions until you kind of commit some of them to memory, to where you can even do a mental check-in when you're looking at yourself in the morning in the mirror, as you're brushing your teeth, as you're caring for your physical needs. You could even kind of take inventory at a busy time of your day when you take a moment to step to the side and go to the restroom, where you kind of meet yourself eye to eye in that mirror and say, okay, how are you doing right now? Are you feeling a lot of stress? Are you feeling anxiety? So identifying those emotions is important, and writing those things down, like I said before, helps to validate those feelings that you're feeling. And it can also help you to keep a record. Like I said, it is really easy to kind of fall into bad habits, or to fall into some behaviors that kind of could even concern ourselves, because it is okay to have a bad day. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel like you can't even get up and move. But if those kind of things happen day after day after day, and now we're into weeks of it, okay, it's time to talk to somebody. It's time to realize that you are not coping well on your own and you need a support system. So we have advocates at Fairhaven. That is a great support system. And calling and reaching out to your friends, connecting. That was something we talked about a couple weeks ago for Self-Care Tuesday. Connection, finding something to connect with is very important. So journaling, that is what I want you to be able to do. I want you to journal. How are you doing mentally and emotionally? Take stock of it, kind of take inventory, and see where you're at tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So if you can keep it up, writing, that is fantastic. It can help you kind of process through what is going on the day as everyone is trying to find a new normal into their routine. Everything's kind of been flipped upside down and sideways. And as we continue to get new reports from the government, once again, that can cause a lot of emotions and questions and concerns of the uncertainty of what's going on. So allowing yourself to feel those feelings, allowing yourself to kind of write down how you're coping, or even recognizing some of those coping mechanisms that may be unhealthy, can definitely help you before you start going down a trail of oppression. So I don't want you to feel like you are alone. I want you to know that it is okay to have a support system and to admit, I cannot do this. I am not doing well with this. I am not okay right now. That's okay. You can admit that too. So using your words, expressing those emotions in safe, healthy ways are important. Yes, you can have a bad day. You can eat your feelings, but you can't do that day after day after day. When you start to see those patterns, then you can recognize, okay, we're headed down a path that is not the best one. You can stop yourself in your tracks and be able to assess, okay, I need new coping mechanisms. Maybe going outside, going for a walk or a run. Maybe kind of working on a project that inspires you and invigorates you, whatever it is. You know yourself best, and when you can see yourself kind of starting to self-sabotage, that is the moment to reach out and ask for help. So journaling can help you to see what those different moments are, how you're coping, how well you're doing, and maybe how you're not. Maybe in your journal you start to notice those victories of, you know what, I handle this situation better than I would have in the past. And then that can show your progress and that you are coming up with really good coping mechanisms, whatever it is. I want to give you some help and some suggestions, so stay tuned for those slides. And please subscribe to our channel so you can see more posts like this. And I will see you again next Tuesday. Stay safe, stay blessed. And if you have a progress report, I would love to hear that too. So reach out to us on Facebook, on Instagram, or even through our YouTube channel. Thanks so much, and you have a great day.